Let me go to Ed in New Haven, listening to us on WELI. Hi, Ed.
Hi, Glenn. Hey, no matter how this call ends, I just want you to know that I respect you more than anybody out there in the news media.
Oh, boy.
And you changed my life in a positive way, and I think in God's eyes, that's really one of the biggest things, if not one of the major, one of the only things that, really you can do.
Wow, thank you very much.
However,
yes.
You got a letter yesterday or something about somebody saying they're going to tune out?
Yes, they said that they were going to unplug because they felt too small, too insignificant, and they couldn't make any difference, and they were just getting angry and frustrated, so they were done.
Well, I heard it, and I thought, let me call in. I did exactly that the day after Election Day and have been firm about it up until even this day.
Okay.
And I thought I would call in and give my perspective if anyone was really interested on it, because it's very amazing, the feelings that I'm getting from doing this, of guilt, and also a feeling of half of me says I'm doing the right thing, and the other half of me is really making me feel really guilty about it. And I'm bringing the gamut of emotions. It's really a weird feeling.
I gave up television, and that included all... This was during the Monica Lewinsky thing, all television news and everything, and I just read the newspaper and kept to speed like that, and it was a wild experiment, absolutely wild. Changed my life, changed my attitude. But I understand what you're saying about guilt. May I heap a little guilt on you?
Sure.
Quote from James Madison: "A well-instructed people alone can permanently be a free people." Another one from James Madison: "If a nation expects to be ignorant and free in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be." The unfortunate thing, Ed, is I really truly believe that is part of the design, to get you to tune out, to get you to stop watching, to get you to stop paying attention, to get you to the point of frustration to where you throw up your hands and say, I don't really even care anymore. I'm just going to conduct my own life. Because when you do that, then they have control over you, because no one is standing guard anymore.
Well, I understand that, but I think you ought to know one other thing. I really tuned out. Not a magazine, not a paper, nothing. I mean nothing. The only thing I had in the background is you and Rush. It's background music for major headlines. I didn't even know Israel, was tossing bombs around with the Palestinians. I knew nothing about that until one day I saw a headline when I went to buy some gum. I really tuned out, I think, a little bit more than you think. You just tuned out as much as most people do in America. They get their news from Jon Stewart and watch American Idol. That's what most people do. I'm one of the zombies that I complained about for 20 years, and I'm one of them now. But I can't bring myself back. Every time I try to turn the TV on and take a look, I got Mr. Lowry telling me, I heard his benediction because I thought, hey, let me respect the presidency and at least listen to this, right? And then Lowry's on telling me that white needs to embrace what's right. I said, you know what? Click. I went right back again.
Okay, here's Ed. I completely understand, and this is something that in fact, I just said the other day, Stu, why was it when we were talking about, and I said, remember I said if I could just go live on a farm, I would be happy for about 10 minutes. Do you remember?
Right.
What was it that we brought that up?
I think it was actually moving to a farm and unplugging.
No, but it was. I know, but
what deeper?
No, there was a story or something that was making me think about it, and I remember saying that if I could go to a farm and unplug, I wondered if I would be happy or not. I could unplug, but knowing what I know, I would know that it was only a matter of time before I or my children's rights were completely gone. And so I could unplug for a little while, and I might be happy, really happy for a little while. But I couldn't do it because I would be shirking my responsibility. And Ed, this is the place where all of us have to understand.
I felt that way, Glenn.
Freedom is a very delicate thing. And if you're not standing guard, well, then you are truly not honoring the people. Was it easier to land on Omaha Beach? Was it easier to leave your home, watch it be burned to the ground during the Revolutionary War? Was it easier for those people to do these things? The answer is no. We're saying we don't even want to watch the news because we're frustrated. We just want to go back to our life. We are dishonoring those who went before us, who actually died for this freedom that we now just say, I want to unplug from.
Oh, I think yeah, but there's more going on, Glenn. My heart goes out to those people. Believe me, I cried just at the sight of those monuments and the thought of what those people did for me. The problem is today, and I believe this, I believe that we're outnumbered now. I don't believe...
We're not.
I know you say that, and I knew you were going to get mad at me. I knew it.
We're not outnumbered. We are not outnumbered.
You look at
know
the
what?
polls,
I got. You know what? Look, here's the thing. Ed, you give me a month to prove this. I am going to find a way to prove this to you. You know what, Stu? I'm going to give you, Ed, you hang on the phone. I want to get a phone number from you.
Yep.
Okay? Thank you for calling. And Ed, you could be the most important caller that I have ever received in my career.
Glenn, please remember the first sentence I said when I called on the phone.
I understand. I appreciate, Ed, that I just appreciate it. And you may be the most important person in my life because you may have changed and finally given me the impetus to actually find the way to prove it to you. So hang on just a second, Ed. Get his phone number, Dan. Make sure we know how to get a hold of him 6 ways to Sunday. Here's the thing. Most Americans feel this way. And I've been saying to you for the last couple of weeks, it's 15%, maybe 20% on each side. Let's just be crazy and say there's 20% of the people that it doesn't matter what the Republicans do. They'll just vote for a Republican. And it just doesn't matter. They will vote for a Republican. And there's maybe 20% on the other side that will just vote for a Democrat. And it doesn't matter. They're not tethered to any principles whatsoever. That leaves 60% of us that we are in the whole spectrum. There are people that vehemently disagree with me, but they are tethered to principles. Did anybody see the TV show last night? I actually have respect, I can't believe I'm saying this, for Dennis Kucinich. Dennis Kucinich was on last night, and I'm like, I don't want to have Dennis Kucinich on. I mean, it's just going to be a yelling war. He's just going to be... That's not what it was. In fact, it was very entertaining. It was actually very funny in a strange sort of way. And I said to him halfway, look, Dennis, I disagree with you 110%. But at least you actually believe in something. And let me tell you something. The majority of people do. They just don't know how to express it. They just haven't done the hard work of thinking it all the way through because everybody has made life too complex. Everybody's telling them you don't matter, you don't count, it doesn't make a difference what you say, you'll never understand it. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Most people they're tired. They're tired. They're tired of fighting for why are you so pissed at the Republicans? Seriously, why are you so pissed? May I vocalize what I think you're thinking right now? Think about it. Why are you pissed? I mean, not just disappointed, pissed. I believe what you're thinking right now is the same thing, reason why I'm pissed. Because I invested a lot of my time and my energy. I never went campaigning for anybody. I never put campaign signs out. I never made calls for anybody. But I defended these people. I would be at parties with people, and people would come up and say, oh, your guy is this, blah, 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 blah. And I defend them. I stood up for them when it wasn't easy to stand up. Many of us have been the pariahs of society, be called racist, bigot, and everything else. And you do this? You have taken my time, my energy, my passion, the essence of who I am and what I believe in, and you've done this? That's why I'm so pissed. How dare you? I believe in something. You don't. My gosh. You want to talk about election rape. There it is. I think many of us feel as though we have been raped. Our time has been raped. Our values have been raped. We have been in bed with a serial rapist. He'll sleep with anybody just for what satisfies him. That's why I'm angry. But see, there are more of us, and there will soon be many Democrats, if they are honest, if they really truly believe in, here's who you're not surrounded by, or here's who you're not feeling and you're not realizing is standing by you, that you are surrounded by. Anyone who actually listened to their grandparents. Anybody who actually listened to their grandparents knows what this country is, knows who we are as Americans, wants deep inside of themselves, wants that to be true again. Why did we vote for change? We went like zombies to somebody saying change who didn't really define it because we know what that vision of America is. It's not socialist. It's an America that is good, is kind, is fair, is gentle. That's what we all learned from our grandparents. The same grandparents that stood up against socialism, who stood up against communism, who fought it, who did far more than we will ever be asked to do. Unless we don't stand up now. If you unplug, if you don't stand up, if you don't square your shoulders and say, damn it, I got to do it again. Do you think I really want to do this? Do you think I want to be this guy? Do you think I want to be the guy who was called crazy for 2 years, was told by almost every damn program director in my chain, shut up or we're going to cancel the show? Do you think I want to be the guy that watched my ratings go down for 2 years because of what I was saying was coming in the perfect storm? Do you think I want to be the guy who gets calls from people in this industry that I respect, really, truly respect, and say, Glenn, you're killing yourself. What are you doing? Stop doing this. Do you think I want to do that? Do you think I get up every morning and say, gee, another fun day at the factory? You think you've had enough of looking at it? Try doing it for your frickin' job. So why do I do it? It's the same reason why I now do not say to a serviceman when I say thank you for your service and they look me in the eye and say thank you for yours. I used to always say, no, I have not served. You know what? This is my service. It is time for you to serve without a uniform. You are the protector of liberty. You are the protector of freedom. It is on your shoulders, not the military. It is on your shoulders. This is your country, damn it. This is my country. And it will stand for me to pass it on in a better condition to my children. I know it's hard. I know you're tired, but I will prove it to you. You give me a couple of weeks and I will find a way to prove it to you that you are not alone, that there are more of us than them. You just don't hear from your kind of voice because nobody wants to give them any airtime. Because you're ordinary. If you were alone, you would be heard. Because you'd be unique. You'd stand out. Nobody covers your story of being alone because you're ordinary. I know that's not evidence enough, but it's true.